Hey Joe, just wanted to shoot this over to you quick. Over the last year or so, I actually started a side business called Foundation First Media, and I've been working with small service-based businesses with the digital marketing kind of targeted approach also. And I've come across a system that I just recently created really specifically for real estate agents and real estate professionals. So I wanted to run this past you quick because obviously you're a client of mine here in Rhinelander, and I'm actually looking for one local office to kind of work with and kind of teach this method to. So I wanted to show you a quick sample of it and give you the first shot at it because anyway, so here's an example. Obviously, this property is your listing out on Moonlight Bay. The one thing that you know about this property is what it's listed for at $569, and with knowing that, you know a lot about who could potentially afford this property. And with it being 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, probably more a cabin, maybe a snowbird type home, maybe a retired couple, I would guess. So obviously there could be more, but why don't you kind of use that as an example, I guess. So now, with knowing how much the house is listed for, you can kind of backtrack on, okay, well, how much, who could afford this type of property? Well, they're going to need to make at least 6 figures or more, or have a net worth of at least $500,000, probably more than that. So knowing that information, you have the income information and a little bit about the property, you can kind of create a targeted marketing plan just for this specific property. So what I would do if this was my listing, I would use Facebook to seek out a targeted audience of people that would be interested in that. And it's really neat. A lot of people don't know this. The ad manager is this inside of Facebook, but Facebook has the data on about 1.6 billion people across the world. So, and they open that out to all their advertisers, whether it be income or interests or behaviors or where they're at locally on their mobile device. It's pretty expansive. And I think there's a huge opportunity for real estate to use this type of technology. So anyway, wanted to give you an example here. So for this property, one of the target potential buyer personas that would buy this would be someone treating it as a cabin. So what you could do is you could target everybody who lives in these locations because it'd be more of a cabin type thing or a potential future retirement home. People that live 25-mile radius of Appleton, Chicago, Madison, Milwaukee, and Wausau. So you can get very specific geographic targeting. You could even target, some of the gated communities down in Florida for snowbirds, depending on the time of the year. You could obviously get age specific, 50 to 65 plus. You can talk to male, female. This is where it's really neat with the income targeting, to where I have it set up to where this ad would only reach people that make over 6 figures or more, or have a net worth of $500,000 or more. So it's really only reaching those particular audiences that can afford to buy a property like that. And if you notice, I also added an interest to it where they need to also have expressed an interest online of boating and fishing. And Facebook tracks via activity online from search engines outside of Facebook, likes on Facebook. So it's not just their likes on their Facebook profile; it's all across the internet that they track. So, and based off of that, all that information, there's about 19,000 people in those areas that fit this criteria. So that would be the goal, to reach those people. And you can spend as little as $5 or $10 on an ad. I typically spend more than that, but it can be really adjusted to whatever you want. You can do a lifetime or a daily budget, so you can run it for a week or 2 or a month, and it'll get in front of those people. And the cool part about that is Facebook tracks all these things. So after you run the ad, it'll show how many people it reached their news feed, how many people viewed it, how many people clicked it, commented, shared, how many people went to your website to view the listing a little bit further. It gives you all this aggregated data that can teach you a lot about what people are doing with it. But also you can take that data and you can show it to your listing. and have all of these things that your marketing plan is doing for their property. And I think with the whole system together that I teach, it can really make a huge difference in setting yourself apart with concrete data and a really targeted marketing plan campaign that can sell houses faster. So anyway, so right now I'm looking, like I mentioned, I'm looking kind of for one office to really be a case study for me here locally, because I'm starting to build a program out here to launch it nationwide, really, because it came out with a system attached to this tool, to Facebook, that goes along with it. So anyway, wanted to run it by you. Let me know as soon as you can, because I'm pretty excited about this, and I'd love to be able to either teach it to your office or help assist you with it. So anyway, look forward to talking to you soon.